Hey, I'm Steve Diggs. Welcome back. This is Fast Forward Leadership. Great ideas at the speed of light. Today, I want to encourage you to consider the fine art of listening. This is not something that comes naturally for some of us. We tend to do a lot more talking than we do listening. It's important to understand that listening is the key to great communication, the magic bullet of all effective selling. And I would go a step further. I would say of all effective leadership is listening to what other people are saying. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to buy into it, accept it, but you should be listening to what other people are saying. Not so much to receive data that will change your behavior in every case, but in order to at least know what's going on between their ears. The experts, though, they tell us that only 7% of our communication is verbal. That means the rest of it comes from other sources, mainly auditory, listening. And I kind of like the ratio God came up with. He gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Maybe that kind of speaks to how much talking we should do versus how much listening. I can tell you that some years ago when I was running our company, we had, like every office does, we had our own conference room. I got a call one day and was talking with another company that decided that they wanted us to put together an advertising campaign for them. So we signed up, we got it all going. They called us though early on and said, "Steve, we want you to bring your team down and go through our facilities." And I think, oh, come on, really? We know what you need, and this is expensive, it's time consuming. But kind of half-heartedly, I loaded some of the people up. We went down, we walked around, came back to the office. I sat down and said, "Okay, folks, here's kind of what we need to do. Boom, 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 let's get started." And a few weeks passed, we come together with what I thought was a really good ad campaign. Called the client, said, "If you're ready, come on over. We're ready to show you the presentation." So we set an appointment. They came over a day or so later. We sat down, and for a couple of hours, I made the presentation. I always love making presentations, showing them all the strategies, the designs, the layouts, the concepts. And at the end of the thing, looked at them and said, "So, what do you think?" And I'll never forget. They looked at me, and they essentially said, "We'll let you know, Steve." Okay. Well, a couple days passed. I didn't hear from them. I called them up. I said, "Are we ready to go forward?" "Not with you, we're not." "Listen, I'm not trying to change your mind, but could I come over and talk with you?" "Come on over." Hung up the phone, drove over to their office, sat down and said, "What did I do wrong?" And they said, "We'll tell you what you did wrong. Steve, you never listened to us. You had your own mind made up, and that's what you did. You never heard what our needs were." And they were absolutely right. And I apologized. I left, came back to our office, and I took down the brass plaque that said conference room and put up a new one that said the listening room. And folks, that plaque stayed there until after I had sold that business and moved on. You see, the key to so much is learning to listen when other people are speaking. Let me give you 4 quick tips on how to do this. When you're communicating with somebody else, look at the person who's speaking. Don't be on your phone. Don't be looking around thinking about other things. Number 2, forget everything and everyone else. Zero in on that person. I'm telling you, the very best communicators out there are usually the greatest listeners. And people will say, I felt like I was the only person in the room when I was talking because he was so zeroed in on me. Also, take notes. This helps you remember, and it tells the person you're listening to that you're taking what they're saying very seriously. Finally, or not finally, next to finally, ask lots of questions. Make sure you understand fully what they're saying, and then finally, quiz yourself on the way back. That's one of the best things to do. As you're going down the elevator, leaving the place, ask yourself, did I understand this and this and this, and kind of do a quick replay while everything is still fresh on your mind. Listen, my name is Steve Diggs. This is Fast Forward Leadership. Great ideas at the speed of light. Check us out at stevediggs.com. I'll see you next time. Bye.